Well, as you have seen here, I have, in terms of my general knowledge about media studies throughout the subject, I've gained understanding of the media language, genre representation, and conventions, thus providing a foundation of knowledge, and also analyzing media knowledge like technical element, representation, and theories of the chosen film genre helps me to deepen my analytical skills regarding the media context. I am also getting to know and be familiar with shot types and media softwares and technical elements. During the beginning of the school year, I got to carry out many small coursework going filming in the schoolyard, and these small coursework helped me to understand how to carry out like production of a film and production process. They also helped me learn how to be flexible in using many different types of shot to convey the narrative. And I also practice recording and writing my experience with media studies on a daily basis through the usage of blogs, using the website Blogger to be able to recall my knowledge and experience of practicing media more often. Moving on to pre-production skills. Now, I have planned on writing a screenplay where it will be my first stage of my film production that I experience. And this is where I put my ideas circling in my brain and I put them ideas into words. And many would experience a large art block when starting a creative work, in my opinion, such as me writing the screenplay. But I think when I finally have a sense of what I'm going to be creating, I think sticking to the ideas that look the best to yourself before thinking about what others would say is very important. And then next, I started to plan my storyboard and creating an animatic to visualize the final film product. So an animatic is basically an animated version of a film opening, and this is where I first started to use Adobe Photoshop and also Premiere Pro to animate the still pictures from the storyboard. And to be honest, it was really difficult at first for sure. I also created a pitch for the film in which helped me to practice my presentation skills, and evaluating and receiving feedback from my classmate helps me to realize the weakness in some idea that I present. And for example, some of the details, my ideas would make the audience feel confused about the film. And before shooting a film, I also analyze potential main targets for the film to make sure there is a guaranteed target audience that could potentially engage with the film. One thing I also learned is how to schedule time for production. So I have made a production schedule before shooting to allocate time properly for each shooting day of the film production. And so this is to set particular dates to later go on the call sheets and for the actors to see for themselves. Well, since I have mentioned the call sheet, this is also an important document to issue the actors and crew to notice them of the change of shootings or dates of shooting, arrival time, contact information, and etc. Assessing risk involved in the process of production is also a very important task. This helps manage the safety for production crew and cast members and also ensures that nothing goes wrong during the shoot, such as damaged equipment and injuries. So one pre-production skills that I found new and challenging was to actually coordinate with my crew and cast member effectively. And so this is the first time in school that I've been leading a crew consisting of my friend and family. So this new experience have also helped me a lot in improving how I give instructions and communicate with the crew on production day, and also directing the cast members. Next up is post-production. So I think when I look back, I think my whole production process for my film opening was quite technically complex, regarding that this is the first serious production that I've done. And so one skill in post-production that I've been practicing the most is video editing. And when I first started, I was introduced to Premiere Pro, which, to be honest, at first it felt like a pain to navigate around. And since then, my editing skills on Premiere Pro have improved from being an absolute beginner. I now understand a little better on how to navigate the software and edit assets and etc. I've also tried out new techniques to apply different media text into my film, particularly a documentary scene and a news report scene. I've also used green screen to create the news report scene, and also work with stock videos and also special effects. So I've also learned to design the new Foley sounds for the film opening, and from choosing everyday sound effects to put in a sequence, to also choosing music soundtracks and special sound effects to elevate the immersiveness of my overall film opening sequence. One thing that I also try is 3D animating. And so first of all, I created and edit a compass asset in Blender to make the personal ident. But actually, to be honest, the version of the 3D compass that the film opening contains was actually my second try. Since during the process, my laptop's SSD failed, and so the original 3D project was wiped out, which was a risk I didn't consider, and I paid the price for it. But yeah, I have to redo the whole 3D project again, but I think the overall ident was actually pretty quality, and I actually really like it.